The Knicks kept their season alive. They staved off elimination with the Game 5 win. Now they head back to Indiana Saturday night for Game 6. Can they do it again and keep this series going, or do the Pacers close it out and win the Eastern Conference Finals? I've got the answer for you. Side, total, player props, free picks, free analysis coming up right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. And let's get right to it. Gave you an easy free winner on the Knicks in Game 5. That was also a strong client best bet on Thursday night. Never in doubt. Knicks never trailed in the entire game at home. Cruised to an easy 17-point win. They were up 17 after the third quarter, led by as many as 22 points in the game. And once again, Pacers never led. Their worst showing so far this round, maybe their worst showing in the playoffs. So the question becomes, does Indiana bounce back now, back on their strong home court, or do the Knicks keep it going? Well, let's look at the odds first. The odds makers say the series likely ends because Indiana currently is a 3.5 to 4 point favorite out there. On the money line, they have about a 61% chance of winning straight up, around minus 170. Adjusted series price now has the Pacers at minus 340 or so. Take back about plus 280 on the Knicks. That gives the Knicks a 26% chance of winning both Games 6 and 7. They got about a 39% chance of winning Game 6, 26% chance of winning both Games 6 and 7. Of course, they'll probably be favored at home if they pull the upset here in Game 6, but I don't think that happens. I do think Indiana bounces back here and wins this game and closes it out. A couple reasons. First of all, they're a very good offensive team, and they're coming off their worst showing offensively in this series. So I do look for them to shoot better on their strong home court. And keep in mind, hit only about 30% from three-point range in the game the other night, and the starters were limited. The game was a 17-point blowout going into the fourth. They sat a lot of guys. Halliburton only had 8 points. Siakam only 15. In fact, 4 of the 5 starters had 8 points or less. So if you're looking at some player props, we'll talk about those in a moment. Definitely thinking some of the Pacer player props over in bounce back mode. And as far as the total goes, I've said it all series long, the side and total are dependent. Indiana likes to play fast. They need to play fast to have success. And the games they've won have been high scoring, whereas the 2 lowest scoring games, the 2 easy unders, were the 2 games the Knicks won. So once again, Pacers over, Knicks under are somewhat correlated again. If I think Indiana's going to close out the series here, that would make you lean over 219 on the total. As far as that total, it opened 220. It's been bumped down to about 219. Pinnacle actually has 218.5, which is the lowest total out there. So a little bit of a Pinnacle lean to the under, but keep in mind they're also, the 2 sharp books are leaning New York in this game. Pinnacle and Bet Online still dealing at 3.5, where most other sports books have gone to -4. So if you like the Pacers, grab that 3.5 while it's still available. If you like the Knicks, there's plenty of +4s out there, and I expect that to be the consensus line when this game tips off at 8 o'clock Eastern Saturday night on TNT. All right, let's look at some of those player props. As I mentioned, after a bad offensive showing, I look for Indiana to bounce back at home, and that means their starters are going to probably play better. Halliburton's an up-and-down guy. His whole career he's been like that, and after going just 2 for 7, not making a three-pointer, only 8 points, minus 23 plus minus, my goodness. I look for Halliburton to bounce back with a better effort. Both assist and point props over for him are worth a look. Same with Siakam. He still took 13 shot attempts, was the most of any Pacer. Only had 15 points, only took 3 threes. But once again, limited minutes because it was a blowout. So Halliburton and Siakam overs would be my opinion on the player props for Indiana. I expect them both to play better. Be careful with Miles Turner. He only took 3 shot attempts in 24 minutes, had only 5 points. So once again, Siakam and Halliburton overs. Our boy Nesmith, is he due for another breakout game? He was 1 for 8 shooting, just 1 for 5 from 3, only 3 points, only played 15 minutes. We faded him with success in games 2 and 3, but there's probably not much value left fading him anymore. If anything, he might actually have a good game if the Pacers offense does better. But I think Siakam and Halliburton are your best bets for player props over. Halliburton assist prop over is also worth a look. As far as the New York Knicks, we never look to fade superstars, and Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson obviously had big games. The two of them combined for 38 shot attempts for the Knicks, and they combined for 56 points. So much for Cat's knee injury, which dropped that a whole point after I did the video for Game 5. Didn't matter. Once again, NBA injury reports are so phony this time of year and all year. Load management, I really dislike it, but it's still such a profitable sport that we play it nonetheless, and we do quite well long term, of course. Anthony Towns, as I mentioned, did play. Knee didn't seem to be a factor, so he's listed as a go here in Game 6. Not looking to fade those two guys, so let's look for somebody else maybe we can fade. I mentioned Miguel Bridges as a breakout. He was 6 for 12, still only had 12 points in the game, but one guy that was terrible shooting was Anunoby. 14 shot attempts, only made 3 of them. Maybe Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns regresses. The problem is, though, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. So once again, even if the Pacers win, these Knicks guys might get up and over. So really not looking to fade any of the New York guys. I'd rather be on the Indiana player props like Siakam and Halliburton over for points, as I think it will be a higher-scoring game here in Game 6. Josh Hart did finish with 12 points, but he only took 8 shot attempts. He was 4 for 8 in 34 minutes. We've talked about how he's not getting a lot of shot attempts, not scoring, but he continues to be a rebound machine, and he had double-digit rebounds once again. Got to 10 rebounds. He's had 11 in some other games. Josh Hart, rebound prop for the Knicks, I think is still worth a look over. He hasn't been scoring, but he's been out there playing defense and getting a lot of rebounds, and I think that'll come into play once again here in Game 6. There you go, a little bit of a quick hitter for you because it's weekend. I know you want to get back to your weekend activities, but enjoy this game on Saturday night at 8 Eastern on TNT. And if there is a Game 7, a 39% chance according to the odds. That video will be up for Monday, don't forget. Hey, comment below, what are your thoughts on side total player props here for Game 6? Do you think the Knicks can pull another upset, or do the Pacers close them out at home on Saturday night? By the way, look-ahead line for the NBA Finals is up. Right now, Oklahoma City is a 9-point favorite over the Pacers in Game 1. That was actually before Game 5. That line's been up since the Pacers had a 3-1 lead. Now it's 3-2, but they are the likely team to win the series still. What are your thoughts on that? Any early value there? That game will be next Thursday, June 5th. So the Thunder will have a full week off. They finished last Wednesday. Pacers could have had 6 days off, but they didn't win Thursday. Now if they win Saturday night, they'll have 4 days off. Otherwise, if it goes a Game 7, the Knicks or Pacers, whoever wins, will have only 2 days off. So OKC looks like they're going to have a nice rest edge, and they are currently a 9-point favorite in the preliminary matchup against the Pacers. Over-under open 232.5 for the NBA Finals Game 1, a really high total for an NBA Finals Game 1. Did see it get bet down yesterday a little bit to 231.5. Maybe that's because the Knicks played a low-scoring game against the Pacers. I don't know. It happened right after the game went final last night. But once again, a little bit of a look ahead. And by the way, on the series price right now, OKC is going to be a huge favorite, about a 1-7 favorite, minus 700. Pacers are going to be over 5-1, plus 500 if they make the NBA Finals. And once again, 74% chance, according to the odds, that they win one of these next 2 games. 61% chance that they win Game 6 here on Saturday night. All right, comment below. What are your thoughts on this matchup? Any inclining on the opening lines there for the NBA Finals? What games are you playing this weekend? Hey, drop some baseball if you like it as well. Let's learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. Maybe you're handicapping WNBA. Ladies, drop the WNBA props and plays if you have any also here on WagerTalk TV. Don't forget, I've done every NBA postseason game this playoffs. I will continue to do so through the NBA Finals. If you're finding it useful, all I ask is a thumbs up like on the video and a positive comment below, because I do truly read the comments and I reply back. And don't forget, a lot of free baseball plays throughout the week as well. So click subscribe and click that bell for an instant alert, so you know when these free play videos for both basketball and baseball go up every day here on WagerTalk TV. And don't forget, speaking of baseball, I know the NBA is still going. A couple more weeks to go. Most of you are signed up for the rest of the season. I get that. But many of you are still waiting to get on board for baseball. But now is the time. Last year during baseball, we went on a monster run throughout the summer. In fact, my clients already doubled their bankroll. My all sports clients, by the end of August before Labor Day, we'd already doubled our bankroll, went over 100 units. Baseball finished up over 103 units on the season. All sports finished up over 133 units in 2024. If you're ready to take a serious investment approach, a couple packages I want to point out to you. They're both listed on my page right now at WagerTalk.com. First of all, the 1-year all access, which gets football, baseball, basketball, college, and pro everything for the next 365 days and nights, is always available. And I do have that promo code right now, SM365, which gets you an instant $811 discount on the 1-year all access. That gets it down to $3 a day, about $1 a play. Or if you want to try baseball only, right now I do have a 30-day sampler for you. It's a great time to get on board and try a 30-day baseball package and save big. Get it down to just $149 with promo code PITCH30. PITCH30. Pitch 30 gets you 30 days of baseball action for just $149. That works out to less than $5 a day. That's why I did that special price, and I average anywhere from 1 to 3 best bets per day for my clients at WagerTalk.com. Look, you don't have to memorize the promo codes or the special offers. They're on my page right now. Full details along with my daily best bets for Saturday. Also a bonus free play. I'm very selective. If I have a game, every client gets it. Doesn't matter if you're a 1-day, a 1-month, or a 1-year subscriber. Every client gets the exact same play as I'm personally using. There's no other clubs or no other levels. If I have a game, my clients get it. And I'm selective. 1 to 3 best bets on average. And boy, did it work out last year. Number 1 in best bet profit at WagerTalk, up over 133 units, as I mentioned. But that last cut is still pretty strong. When you're selective, that last cut that's just a bit outside for making the best bet card is still a pretty strong opinion, and I don't want to waste it. So I put it up for free every day on my page for all of you, once again, with analysis. Check out the daily free play. Check out the strong best bets for Saturday. And most importantly, check out those special offers. Figure out which package works best for you and get on board now. The baseball 30-day sampler for less than $5 a day, or the 1-year all-access football, baseball, basketball, everything for the next 365 days and nights for about $1 a play with promo code SM365. Once again, the 30-day baseball promo code is PITCH30. All the details along with the bonus free play on my page right now, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and hey, get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. On the way out, don't forget to follow me on social media at Steve Merril, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.